Hola, hola. Estamos de regreso con más de Hogwarts Legacy. Vamos a reunirnos en el bosque prohibido con Poppy. Y según lo que recuerdo, íbamos a hablar con los centauros para que nos ayudaran a hacer algo. No recuerdo qué. Pero sí, vamos a ver. Oh, rayos. Déjeme ver esto. ¿Qué pasa? Ah, ok, se están enfrentando a ese monstruo. Ok, déjeme ver. Aquí hay... ¿Dónde están las mariposas esas? A ver, vamos allá. Además, voy a irme volando para seguirlas. A veces ya sé más o menos dónde van a ir. Como por ejemplo, ya sé que van a ir aquí. Creo, vamos a ver. Ajá. Y ahí está nuestro baúl, soporte de ornamento. Perfecto. Que al parecer necesito... Ok, si voy en escoba no me lo van a señalar dónde tengo que llegar, pero... No importa, ya he pasado varias veces por aquí. Hay unas zonas que sí creo que tal vez no haya. Wow. Genial. Mientras no me ataquen, todo bien. Vamos a pasar por estas zonas. Vamos a ver si puedo ir más rápido. Sí. Aquí están los centauros. Poppy debería estar por allá. Ajá. Bien. ¿Quiénes son esos? Lobos. Ok, no me interesa. Vamos por aquí. Y aquí está Poppy. Vamos a hablar con ella a ver de qué se trata esto. Espero que también sea una buena misión como la anterior. Muy bien. Hablemos con ella a ver qué pasa.
Is this where we're meeting the Centauros?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
Speaking of secrets, I do want to tell you why Victor Rookwood's after me. He's working with Ranrok, and Ranrock's after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps explain a bit about what we saw back at Horntail Hall. Of course, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. Even the Centaurs won't know.
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
¿Qué pasa?
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care.
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing Centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
He could have been a bit clearer, or stayed a moment and answered our questions.
Centaurs can be cryptic. Gran says no one talks more in circles than a centaur. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
¿Qué? Eso es todo. Yo pensaba que íbamos a ir a la cueva de una sola vez. ¿Qué tantos rodeos en estas misiones?
Revelia.
No hay nada que hacer entonces. ¿Qué carajos? Yo pensaba que de verdad iba a hacer algo aquí. ¿Y esta? No es que se iba a ir a la biblioteca. Váyase de una vez. ¿Qué es esto? Vamos a ver. ¿Qué otra misión entonces puedo hacer? No sé si hablar con Nati. Tal vez. Quizás. Hablar con ella. Para ver en qué seguimos en esa historia. Supongo que esto es en Hogwarts, ¿no? Ajá, sí. Es en Hogwarts, así que sí. Déjenme unos segundos. Vuelvo enseguida cuando ya esté cerca de donde está. Rayo, ¿dónde estaba ella? Carajo. No, Nati está aquí. Qué estupidez. Ok. Aquí está. Ok, muy bien. Sí, denme unos segundos y vuelvo enseguida entonces. Ok, muy bien. No había entrado en el comedor cuando era de... cuando estaba de invierno. Vean esto. Nieve. Solo que no hay nadie. Está lleno de comida, pero no hay nadie. Y está el árbol gigante este de Navidad. Vean esto. Se ve genial. ¿Dónde está ella? Está por aquí, ¿no? Ok, vamos a ver si de verdad esto sí es una misión que podemos... Ok, tengo que esperar al día, supongo. Ok, vamos a hacer esto.
Ah, I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved in some dangerous activities.
As the Ashwinders were locking me up and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Ok, muy bien. Ok, ya. Oh, de un pronto a otro todo el mundo está comiendo aquí. Ok, muy bien. Otra vez solo fue una conversación, así que creo que voy a tener que hacer alguna misión secundaria. Déjenme ver esto que tengo aquí. Todo está bien donde tocan las campanas. Habla con la Hufflepuff en la ala de astronomía. Ok, parece molesta por algo. Ok. Hablemos con ella entonces. Déjenme ver, voy a moverme a la ala de astronomía. ¿Dónde es eso? Por aquí. Sería acá. Torre de defensa contra las horas oscuras. A la torre de astronomía, tal vez. No lo sé. Déjenme moverme a ver qué pasa. Oh, vean eso. No podía. Yo no sabía exactamente si de verdad esto iba a pasar o no, pero al parecer sí. La sala de los menesteres aparece en esa misma pared donde lo habíamos descubierto. No pensaba que tenía como una ubicación fija. Eso es lo que estaba tratando de decir. Ok, vamos a ver. La ala de astronomía. Ya está aquí, ya está aquí. Debajo de estas escaleras, vamos a ver.
If he thinks he's getting away with this, he has another thing coming.
Evangeline. Ok, hablemos con ella a ver qué pasa.
Pardon me. Is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Okay.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to charms, or called Ignatia Wildsmith to dinner. We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black. Taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour. But mum's the word.
If only 2 bells are left, isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate frog. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did before, for the sake of historical accuracy.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
Todo está
I
bien donde
imagine
tocan
the
las
bells are
campanas.
just inside the bell tower.
Exacto, déjame ver dónde está eso. ¿Hacia dónde tengo que ir? ¿Qué carajo? No dijo nada esto. No hizo nada. Regresa con... ¿Ah? ¿Por qué? No me digan que ya hice esto. Oh, es cierto, yo lo había hecho. Es cierto. Entre videos yo había acomodado unas campanas. Y básicamente era una campana, estaban sueltas. Y las puse, probablemente de puro milagro las puse correctamente. Pero lo único que había que hacer era tirar levioso. No, perdón. No levioso, sino... Wingardium Leviosa para agarrarlas y luego ponerlas. Ajá, exacto. Entonces por eso ni siquiera tengo que hacer nada. Ya están puestas. Ok, qué cosa más rápida.
The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Ah, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well.
Okay.
Don't know how much this means for me and for Hogwarts.
Ok, me dieron una colección, ¿no? Un cuerno ahí extraño. Oh, y estamos a punto de ser nivel 38. Wow. Ok, ¿saben qué? No sé, no tengo la menor idea qué hacer. Vamos a ver si hay alguna otra misión disponible. Aves del mismo plumaje. Ajá, esto es en Marunwing. Rescatar a este tipo. ¿Dónde está esto? Bainberg. La vendedora parece estar preocupada. Esto es un mapa. Habla con... Ok, con Hyacinth Oliver. ¿En dónde? En Crackcroft. Tiene problemas con los Ashwinders. Ok, 37. Este nivel es 25. Hagamos este, que es más pequeño. Para no rezagarnos tanto con esos. Y quitarlos. Ya déjeme ver eso. Entonces, en el mapa. Bainberg. ¿Dónde queda Bainberg? Bainberg. Aquí, debe ser en las zonas nuevas. Ajá, exacto. Ok, tengo una Un viaje rápido, así que voy a hacer esto. Viaje rápido y vuelvo enseguida. Ok, muy bien. Estoy de regreso, estoy en este pequeño pueblo aquí. Y con él era el que tenía que hablar con ella, ¿es? Habla con la vendedora. Ok, es ella entonces. Con Agnes. Ok, hablemos con ella entonces.
Hello, madam. Is everything all right?
I'm simply beside myself since Rococo ran away. He's my pet Niffler.
I'm sorry to hear that your pet is missing.
Thank you. I appreciate your words. I mean, I've had him for years. He's lovely company. Whilst on our morning constitutional the other day, south of here, he and I stumbled upon Henrietta's hideaway. They say that Henrietta was a paranoid recluse, filled her castle with all manner of traps to keep thieves from pinching her valuables. As we drew near, the morning sun reflected off something in a window, and before I knew it, Rococo was off. Oh, I've been worried sick. But I'm not about to meddle with Merlin knows what's inside that house, or the ashwinders that are lurking about.
Why did Henrietta feel the need to protect her house like she did?
Henrietta was a baroness who married well, more than a few times. Her immense wealth drove her to a life of suspicion and isolation. The more wealth she amassed, the more paranoid she became of losing it. Hence the terrifying traps throughout the hideaway. Not even her family has been willing to deal with them to get to her fortune.
Why don't you just get Rococo back yourself?
Henrietta's hideaway is treacherous enough, but add ashwinders into the picture and, well, I love Rococo, but I love staying alive more.
I'll keep an eye out for Rococo.
Oh, that's terribly kind. But stay away from the hideaway. Far too dangerous. If someone does find him in the hideaway, they shall be well rewarded. Henrietta's treasures are theirs for the taking. She certainly won't mind now.
Vamos a ver qué vende.
What do you have for sale?
Vamos a ver qué vende. Tal
What's
vez
brought
tenga
you here
algo
today?
diferente. ¡Wow! Abrigo de
That
invierno
hideaway
carmesí.
does sound intriguing. Perhaps I should investigate, for Rococo's sake.
Por el bien de Rococo, por supuesto, por supuesto. Déjame ver, estos sombreros de bosque. Me pregunto si estos cosos son únicos o no. Porque vean esto, inclusive. Vea el costo, 165. Bueno, probablemente sí ese es el costo normal y uno lo puede vender en 60. Por ejemplo, vean este abrigo de invierno carmesí. Vamos a ver si eso yo lo
Thank you
tengo.
for stopping by.
Rescatar a Rococo. Ok, déjeme ver algo. Abrigo de invierno carmesí. Supongo que está aquí, ¿no? Vamos a ver si tengo algo rojo yo. Ven, yo creo que yo no lo tengo. Ese estilo. En mis cosas no lo tengo. Es decir, si yo lo quisiera entonces, en vez de que me salga en algún lado de milagro.
What did you need me to help you with, Miss Coffee?
My Niffler, Rococo, ran off to Henrietta's hideaway. I'm hoping you'll keep an eye out for him.
What do you have for sale?
What's brought you here today?
Esto.
A fine choice. You won't regret it.
Vamos a ver. Este sombrero no recuerdo si existe o no. No tengo la menor idea.
Thank you for stopping by.
Ok, hagamos una cosa.
What did you need me to help you with, Miss Coffee?
My Niffler, Rococo, ran off to Henrietta's hideaway. I'm hoping you'll keep an eye out for him.
¿Por qué no cambian por lo menos un poquito de la conversación?
I should be going now. Thank you.
Siempre lo mismo, siempre exactamente la misma línea. Podrían poner tal vez 3 diferentes y no debería costar tanto. Ok, lo que yo quería ver era entonces esto. Este atuendo, abrigo de invierno carmesí. Eso yo creo que entonces no lo tenía. Abrigo de invierno carmesí. Debería estar aquí. Abrigo de invierno carmesí. Ok. Voy a usarlo. No pasa nada. Por si tenemos que irnos. Bueno, la verdad no tengo la menor idea si en el mapa estamos cerca o no de ese lugar. ¿Dónde estaba? Aquí. Sí. ¿Dónde estamos nosotros? Caramba, estamos aquí. Podría moverme aquí, pero para el tiempo en que el juego carga eso, ya estamos casi que ahí. Entonces, Vámonos volando. Por si así vemos un poco del paisaje que hay por aquí. Y... ok, perfecto. Vamos a ir. Ahora, se supone que en ese escondite de esa Henrietta hay también un tesoro. Así que asumo que ese lugar es bastante grande. Muy parecido como han sido todos los otros lugares estos a donde hemos ido ya varias veces. Como las tumbas y esos lugares. Así que asumo que es como un lugar de esos donde todo está bajo tierra. No creo que sea solo este edificio que esté aquí. Vamos a ver.
This must be the castle where Miss Coffee's Niffler ran away. Ashwinders. I'd better find a way around them. Or perhaps through them.
Pero en realidad no fue aquí donde... No fue aquí donde yo entré. Déjame ver esto. Es escondite. Era aquí donde yo entré. Y yo hice una misión acá. Entonces... Entra el escondite. Sí, sí. Ok, no. Qué raro esto entonces. Vamos a ver esto.
I hope the Ashwinders haven't done anything with Rococo.
Ahora entonces, si ya yo hice esto, y lo hice hace unos videos anteriores, ¿cómo encuentro al Rococo este?
That Niffler's certainly leaving quite a trail.
Oh, ok. Ya entiendo, esto es...
I should follow the treasure to find that Niffler.
Vamos a verlo, vamos a verlo. Creo que tengo casi que todas las puertas abiertas. Así que no debería ser tan difícil encontrarlo.
These coins must have come from Miss Coffee's Niffler.
Vamos a ver si... Rayos. Siempre me capturó. Necesito el arresto momento. Ya lo hizo. Ok, ahora sí. Ok, se volvieron a aparecer los enemigos. Por lo menos todas las puertas las tengo abiertas, así que no pasa nada. Listo. Ahora sí, a seguir los rastros. Ok, aquí está. Vean todo esto. En realidad ni vale la pena recogerlos. Como que cada uno vale uno. Eso es todo. Vamos a ver dónde está. Ven acá. Ok. Tengo que capturarlo. Ok, es cierto. Resta un momento, pero igual necesito esto, ¿no? Apenas.
I'll look after you. Never realized how tiring it can be to capture a Niffler.
Ok, casi nivel 38 todavía. Regresar con Agnes. Ok, desde acá no puedo hacer nada. Ok. Sí, entonces hubiera sido más interesante tal vez haber hecho estas dos misiones a la vez. Cuando entré aquí y busqué el tesoro. Cuando hubiera sido tal vez cómico haber tenido ambas misiones disponibles a la vez. Pero no pasa nada. Vamos a salir de aquí y cumplir con esta misión secundaria. Fue algo muy rápido. Como les digo, ya no tuvimos que hacer esto porque lo habíamos hecho en un video anterior donde habíamos saqueado toda esta tumba. O bueno, de este escondite. Así que sí, denme unos segundos y vuelvo enseguida. Ok, estoy de vuelta. Vamos a hablar con ella y devolverle su mascota, esa Rococo. Vamos a hablar con ella.
Miss Coffee, I found your Niffler.
Oh, goodness, really? Oh, thank you. You're very brave. I was at my wit's end. How's my sweet Rococo? May I have him back?
Por un precio me lo quedo. ¿Qué pasará si de verdad uno se queda con las cosas? Porque de verdad posiblemente se lo puede quedar uno, pero ni idea cómo reacciona el NPC este. Ni idea. Por supuesto.
I'm sure he'll be happy to go home.
He will. Oh, my brave little explorer. My greedy, greedy boy. Oh, I can't wait to get him home. Thank you again for what you did. From now on, I'll keep Rococo on a lead whenever we go out.
Ok. Muy bien. Rescatar a Rococo. Misión completa. Vean, aquí también están con los cosas estos del aire. Yo le digo papalotes, yo no sé cómo otra gente le dirá, pero están geniales. Ok. ¿Saben qué? Voy a dejar entonces este video hasta acá. En el próximo continuamos con más de Hogwarts Legacy. No tengo la menor idea. Tal vez tratando de hacer alguna otra misión secundaria que exista, que se haya desbloqueado. Y si no, es capaz que podríamos ir a hacer la misión principal. Ya comenzar a movernos para hacer la tercera prueba la tercera prueba del juego, creo. Así que bueno, vamos a ver. Voy a por ahora entonces dejar este video hasta acá y en el próximo averiguamos con qué continuamos. Así que, como es costumbre entonces, pásala bien, cuídense mucho y nos vemos hasta la próxima.